think it's time to make the floor burn.
Program of dance music. Program of dance music.
Yo, you know that Normski's back in the place to be with a Dance Energy remix of the very, very, very best bits of the last and the first series. Without a doubt, in this tape, Run DMC, Homeboy Hippie and the Funky Dread, Barry K. Sharp and Donna Brown, soon to come. Check this out. Oh, remote, let some power out, juice out.
Here we go again. Come on, London, pump it up, y'all. Pump it up, y'all. Go. Yeah, London, this is called What's It All About. We go to effect. Come on, y'all ready to rock? Somebody say yeah. Say yeah.
City, the crack, the Mac, and all that. Easy does it, is it, was it the black or white that's right at night in those races places here? Let's get it right, to the maximum and keep acting up. When the city gonna fix where the blacks are from, and every day around the way another one got fucked in his head from a gunshot. No chance in advance for the ambulance, 'cause he was just another victim of a circumstance. The brother died, the mother cried, it was a pity, but that's how it goes down when you're living in the city. Pump it up!
Just a hard rock on a hard block in the metropolis. There's no stopping it. Can't agree with society popping it. Disagree with the plea when they copping it. Some men pretend the end will come soon. They gather what they can and then boom. You played yourself, you made your wealth, the deal was dealt. Now your health is in question. Recall, Marley, hoodlum, Juali, pollution, prostitution, and garbage. Need a solution, revolution, substitution for the things that we're abusing. Pity the city for the people living out on the street. Yo, we own this, the homeless need to eat. There's no progress for the rest. God bless the last. Do we want to pump it up now? Yeah. Come on, we gonna pump it up now. Come on, go. Hold on, check it out. Somebody say hey. Say yeah. No sellout. Throw your hands in the air. Say yeah. Say London is rocking. Come on, say London is rocking.
What it is, what's it all about? Something, what it be, how you living, hope it's probably Mandela's story, and you're rolling with deep. And if the reader came to see him like they came to see me, the Berlin Wall, it all had to fall. They said no, but yeah, y'all, the people that's spoken never was broken, now it's tumbling down. Freedom of speech, but each now had its time.
Yeah, doing it strong, mate, just like that, you know what I'm saying? We got some more of this stuff coming, so just stay tuned.
Harry B, over here. NWA was called this thing. It's not what you know, it's what you can prove.
I ain't got nothing to prove.
Ladies first, yes? Yes.
Rap has now achieved mainstream status, and women's rap is at the forefront of the crossover.
Believe me when I say being a woman is great to see.
Women rappers have turned away from rap's hardcore image and can be seen on the covers of mainstream music magazines and accepting awards on our TV screens.
There's always been, the female rappers which have crossed over, like the Weep Happy Girl rappers, the Cookie Crew. It's always been the girl rappers who've, got paid most out of rap or achieved most commercial success.
Basically, there's just an explosion of women going on right now.
Betty Boop,
Queen Latifah,
Salt and Pepper,
Cherry B,
Nina Cherry, Mainly Love.
Not so word in 90 boy.
The successful crossover began in 1988 when Salt and Pepper provided an antidote to rap's traditional violent male image. By 1990, the gulf between hardcore and mainstream rappers has widened. Betty Boo is at the top of the charts, and Two Live Crew are facing obscenity charges.
A lot of the young guys would like to be hardcore and political, and it's that emphasis all the time that young men, want to do that kind of music. Whereas the women are a little more inventive. They want to try a lot of different things, and maybe that's what the record companies are hearing and going after.
The reason girl rappers become so marketable is that, the record company can just exploit them and take a large amount of control over them and make them into something take something which is like a black thing, which is the whole rap style and try and market it as a pop thing, as a white thing. And I think that's easier to achieve with girl rappers in this country than it is with some street crews. That's why I think they're often a bit wary, a bit frightened to touch street rappers.
Now I'm leaving, but never getting to by a woman with a weaving.
Now, with the rise of female white rappers and having people like Betty Boo and having people like Terry B, they're both acceptable. Even though Terry B talks dirty, it's very acceptable that a white woman would come along and try to beat the male rappers at their own game. And then you've got someone like Betty Boo who comes along and she's going to be the Madonna of rap now. She's giving a very acceptable white-faced rap, just like Vanilla Ice.
I think a female rapper is easier to promote than a male rapper.
Dimples D knows all about promotion. She released Sucker DJ in 1982 and it flopped. She's now returned to exploit this new interest in female rappers, and with some remixing and repackaging, she's got a top 20 hit. The big success story, though, is Betty Boo.
That's for Betty. Do you know what I mean? She got it made. She cleaned up. She got higher in the charts than me and Cookie Crew put together.
Betty's success coincided with her new change of image.
Well, in a lot of ways, when Betty Boo first started out, she was in She-Rockers, which was like a street rap crew of all girls.
There's somebody who took a different path with rap, made it, very quick and commercial and quite gimmicky.
This transition for Betty brought her commercial success, but meant she lost her street status. Other female MCs, such as Terry B, are following Betty Boo's success, but like MC Kinky, aren't taking it to such an extreme.
I don't know what one has to turn into to kind of achieve that kind of thing, but apparently Stock Aitken and Waterman want to do a track with me, so that could be quite funny. If somebody asked me to become a little bit more Kylie-ish, I mean, I couldn't do that by the very nature of what I look like and what I do. I just couldn't anyway, could I? I mean, I don't know how to act in soaps either.
Other female rappers like Nena Cherry, Queen Latifah and Moni Love strive for both credibility and pop success.
It's really, I think, up to the individual how much you let the record company exploit you and, reshape and remold and repackage you. I think Moni's done well in the sense that she's kept a lot of, her own sort of individuality, her own thing about her, and I respect that.
I believe there'll be a female Hammer somewhere out there. Time is of the essence.
At the end of the day, I mean, just like what, Eric B. and Rakim said a long time ago, it's who's being paid in full,
Ladies first, yes?
Yes.
Yeah, there's going to be some change right here.
Ladies first.
Well, I think Barcelona is gassy and sweet.
Erratically erotic.
Barcelona Bona.
A new frontier.
Barcelona 1992. This is the city where it will all happen.
In the 17th century, this building was the home of one of the richest families in Barcelona. During the 30s and 40s, it was fascist headquarters. In 1969, it was inaugurated as the hippest alternative clothing market. This is the place to shop in Barcelona.
Back in the days, Bonita was a hit. I flirted and I flirted till there was no end. But you kicked the diabolical and said we was friends. Honey, you was funny, but I'm tired of that. 3 years later, I got a new rap. You got a little older, a tidbit wiser. I gained 20 pounds, 6 inches higher. Speaking of higher, so you smoke a hootie back.
You are my first class. Vámonos, no puedo más. Nena, I wanna shake my body with you in la cama. Right now, I go to talk to your mama. Una gran señora. Sí, sí, una dama.
What? Look crazy. My daughter no tiene fama to go with someone a la cama.
Aquí en Barcelona hay sitios comerciales, hay discotecas de alto copete, hay sitios de moda, pero aquí en Satanasa, we just don't care.
The most attitude in that there video. What can I say? I've got more of this stuff now. Coming ragged and rough, coming up fast. Fast. Yo, work up, come with it now.
It's Cheers Britain as all-day drinking begins, and America says bon voyage to discovery. A wild new scene, a rave, hits our British shores from Ibiza. Not since the 1960s have our young people been so swept away. The BBC banned the word assis.
I think it was a backlash against the Posey set of 86, 87, where it was, you know, your Roars and your City of Angels and Deliriums, all them clubs where they were all very, you know, on trendy. It was a complete opposite of that.
Check this out.
The summer of love and a return to the flower power look of the 1960s. Ponchos, bandanas and get-on-one matey smileys. Time to raid your mama's and papa's wardrobe. America has a new president, the one on the left. The burning of satanic verses forces Rushdie into hiding. Home county's uproar lead police to begin a major crackdown as 10,000 youngsters go mental till sunrise. It's a case of, if you've got it, flaunt it, as young people become walking billboards, wearing their designer labels on the outside, and if you can't afford it, fake it. Around the world, people's uprising threaten old regimes. In Tiananmen Square, 10,000 students attempt a peaceful protest. Berliners discover that what man can make, man can break. Back home, ravers have a ball at Rain Dance, the first league.
Yo, work up, come with it now.
It's Cheers Britain as all-day drinking begins, and America says bon voyage to discovery. A wild new scene, a rave, hits our British shores from Ibiza. Not since the 1960s have our young people been so swept away. The BBC banned the word assis.
I think it was a backlash against the Posey set of 86, 87.
Yo, work up, come with it now.
It's Cheers Britain as all-day drinking begins, and America says bon voyage to discovery. A wild new scene, a rave, hits our British shores from Ibiza. Not since the 1960s have our young people been so swept away. The BBC banned the word assis.
I think it was a backlash against the Posey set of 86, 87, where it was, you know, your Roars and your City of Angels and Deliriums, all them clubs where they were all very, you know, on trendy. It was a complete opposite of that.
Check this out.
The summer of love and a return to the flower power look of the 1960s. Ponchos, bandanas and get-on-one matey smileys. Time to raid your mama's and papa's wardrobe. discerning follower of fashion may consider this look naff-naff, but to the average Joe Bloggs, the flare just had to be 22 inches or over. While Paul Gascoigne, or Gaza, cried for Great Britain, the United Youths of America were literally killing for their trainers. Hot new director Spike Lee had this to say.
Do you know?
No, it's not physical education, it's the latest in club fashion, as World Cup mania speeds up a return to old-school sportswear, with three-stripe rules.
Tank fly, boss, walk, jam, nitty-gritty, you're listening to the boy from the big bad city. This is Jam Hot. This is Jam Hot.
A homeboy and a hippie and a funky thread right about now while I lose me head.
I see you on the streets and you're dancing dressed. You're taking in the lyrics like you're smoking a set. You're getting high, wondering why you can't fly. Ask me no questions and I will tell you no lies. Because the day is crazy and amazing, so I'll rephrase. I can keep on going for days. Will turn to years. This will be here. And if I can have a chance, I will top up your ears. Cause I can kick from being slick, quick, not sick. You come overhead, you don't get your ass kicked into a hearse. Put under a stone cold surface. And when I finish that, I hold a jam at your surface. You're astounded. And you're walking around in circles. And it's a big miracle. How you still going, slowing your battle is running low in your truck.
Faces like question their blackness, they call us a black, but we'll see if they'll play
Let the music move straight through your bloodstream. And when you feel the vibe, you know what I mean. By a place that's kicking from the heart. And it's my time to get started on the beats that really matter. This is not your average chick chatter on the microphone. You're all alone, talking away like it's a twilight zone. Boy, you wanna change that, rearrange that. Find a sucker on the street, then play that. Cause that's played out, and I'm paid in full. So don't talk that bull, cause it's used to mess and jest with the roughest. Manchester in the house has something to blow your mind into the atmosphere. Come on, feel the rhythm, cause London's here.
Radio stations like question their blackness, they call us a black, but we'll see if they'll play this.
Bust the tape, I don't believe this, man. It's out of order. It's a good thing I got another one hammed up ready for the next thing, man. Just dash this in the other machine over here, because that one's busted.
Come along, we gonna jam. Come along, won't you let me hold your hand, yeah. Come along, it'll be so nice.
I won't beat around the bush, but come right up front. They got something I want. It ain't your daddy's money. I got my.
Yeah, hi, I'm MC Schoolie D, and I'm outside at Orange Records in Philadelphia. This is where we come to buy the best reggae, hip hop, and rap. I buy all my records where I sample at. Let's go in and check out Time One.
Some of you ought to see specifically in NYC that there's no monopoly on Def Jam, except for those who can't turn it out. Man, for this one, there will be no doubt.
Yo, we having a block party. I want to introduce my man Larry Ladd. You might know him from 3 Times Dope. Give it up for my man Larry Ladd.
Our block party is like when the community comes together and they block the streets off from each end
so traffic can come down. The people just come out the streets and party.
Easy. I hope you enjoyed that, because we got loads more coming in these tapes that I've been working hard on, and I'm going to be working even harder. Dream Warriors, Pet Shop Boys, all kinds of good stuff coming. Ragged and Rough Fiesta, Ragga Twins 2. So look out next week. We'll be back with more of the remix. Peace.